Emily is a college student who plans to spend a summer in Seattle. She has saved $3,500 for a trip and anticipates spending $400 each week on rent, food, and activities. How can we write a linear model to represent her situation? What would be the x-intercept and what can we learn from it? So the first thing we need to do is figure out the input and the output, or the x-axis and the y-axis. Well, the input, which is our x, or typically if we're dealing with time, it's our time. So in this case, it would be time in weeks. So we're going to figure out how many weeks she might stay on this trip. The output is money, so I'll use an M. And we also know that she is starting with $3,500. So if I was going to make a model to represent this, I would say money in terms of time equals, or if you prefer f of x, you can use f of x, knowing that this is x and this is the function. So we know she starts with $3,500. But every week, every single week, she plans on spending approximately $400 of that. So now we want to figure out what in time based on weeks is that going to give us. So here's our linear function. Well, the x-intercept is what we're going to find next. And what the x-intercept is going to do for us is figure out how long she can stay. So remember, when we find the x-intercept, we plug in a 0 for y. So I'm going to say 0 equals 3,500 minus 400t. So now I just have to solve this. I'm going to add 400 to the other side. So I have 400t equals 3,500. When I divide both sides by 400, I get t equals 8.75. 8.75. So my x-intercept is 8.75, comma 0. Well, what does that represent? That means that Emily will have no money left after 8 3/4 weeks. So if Emily wants to stay on this trip as long as she possibly can, she can stay for 8 3/4 weeks before she runs out of money.